Welcome back to another One Piece Treasure Cruise video guide, this time for the Treasure Map Kaido. And now let's start with the first team, which is going to be versus Doflamingo. Doflamingo starts with 530,000 HP and attacks every turn for 4,410 damage. He preemptively binds the bottom row units for 10 turns, and after turn 1 he slot binds the right row for 3 turns and gives the left row block orbs and locks the orbs for 3 turns. Below 50% he silences all units for 3 turns, boosts his own defense by 100 times for 5 turns, and below 20% he's going to bind everyone for 15 turns. So the idea is just bringing a TMA's team for the free-to-play one. Boa Hancock, Akainu, I would recommend those too. The other units, I just fill them up and they don't really matter because I'm not going to work around or bind. But if you plan on doing so, you can choose other units. I'm going to show you now the units which are most important on this fight. Later on, the most important units are going to be units that remove bind or reduce bind. The best one here is free-to-play one, of course, the story Robin. She removes more than I think it's 3 turns. Nekomamushi is I think 2 turns, and King Baum is 1 turn. So you can bring either one of those instead of for the Nami, but you have to change the lineup then, so that those units are not on the bottom, otherwise you would bind your bind reducer, and that's not a good idea. Now to the next team, which is going to be versus Xray. Xray has 540,000 HP, he attacks every turn for 4,350 damage. Preemptively he empties all orbs, and if he dies, he's stealing half of his current attack as death blow. So if you start a fight versus him, it's 2,170 blah blah blah, which is going to deal as death blow. If you use a type boost, he clears your buffs, and he increases his own attack for 3 turns. I'm using a TM Boa team here. The trick here is to use the special of her 3 times, so you have a guaranteed matching orb on one of the Boas. And then we have, of course, the orb boost and the conditional attack boost for her. Now to the next team, which is going to be versus Caesar. Caesar starts with 450,000 HP, he attacks every turn for around 4,100 damage. And if you kill the Drake on stage 6, the Drake will bind 2 random units for 5 turns. Caesar preemptively gives a burn debuff for 4 turns, makes perfects easier to hit for 4 turns, and also has fodder units on the stage, which have perfect hit barriers. There are 3 fodder units, and they have around 25,000 HP. Below 50% he will bind 2 random units for 4 turns. I would start out with the Sanji special, followed by Whitebeard and Neko, and you should face him on the map like I wrote here as the highest priority. Always fodder units with barriers. They get annoying. I don't know how much their HP increases, and if they end up maybe being over 200,000, it can be really tough. If you don't find any Nekomamushi friends, you can of course run a double TM Whitebeard team, should also be no problem, especially when you're facing him on the map all the time. Now to the next team, which is going to be versus Sheepset. Sheepset starts with 480,000 HP, he attacks every turn for 3,900 damage. He preemptively changes his color to strength, lowers the chain multiplier to 0.1 for 9 turns, and after 1 turn he gains 4 turns of damage threshold and 99 turns end of turn damage. Below 50% he lowers your attack by 90% for 3 turns. Just use your damage dealing specials here, shouldn't be a problem at all. If you need more than those specials, you can see it, the damage provided if you use those specials is more than enough to kill him. You just have to change around the order, meaning if you recognize or see that you're not dealing enough damage anymore, you have to start with the Big Mom special, otherwise you would override the buffs from Robluchi, Daifuku and G4, so use those then afterwards. Now to the next team, which is going to be versus Jack. Jack starts with 480,000 HP and attacks every turn for 3,500 damage on stage 6. He preemptively gains 3 turns of damage reduction, or 4 turns, that's a Rainbow Shield. And if he dies, he gives all Recovery and Tandem Orbs. He locks them for 3 turns, and also makes Recovery and Tandem count as battle matching for 3 turns. On the last stage, he starts with 1.2 million HP. He attacks every turn for 6,800 damage. Preemptively cuts your HP by 50% and lowers your attack for 3 turns. And if you use an Orb Manipulator, he gives battle matching orbs and makes type orbs of units count as battle matching. So for example, the Snake Man is a strength unit, and if he would have a strength orb, it would be battle matching. Below 50% he heals for 50% of his HP. Below 20% he deals 110,000 damage, so keep that in mind and make sure not to bring him below 20% if you can't kill him in one turn. The team shown here should be enough for a few nerf levels. I think, yeah, maybe enough to bring him, I would say 15 or 20 runs should be enough with this team on New World. And now I'm going to show you another team. If you can't manage to find Snake Man Friend Captain, as you can see, this is double TM Law team with some minor adjustments in 2 places. Once I'm getting rid of Streusen and Monte Caramel and replacing those with Apu and Rayleigh. And now I'm going to show you the important units which make Jack an easier fight. First, you have the units that reduce the damage reduction. As you can see, Zoro, TM Jack, Kuma, Blackbeard, Mondor, Ain and Apu. You should bring any of those with you for stage 6. And of course for stage 6 you need an orb matcher or orb, it's not orb matcher, it's beneficial orb maker. Like you see here, either Rayleigh, Jinbei, Streusen, Smoothie or Apu again. As you can see, Apu is the best unit here. Now for the last stage you need some attack down removal, and here comes a TM Raricode Kid, the Fortnite Usopp and Colosseum Neptune in hand. Use any one of those on your teams. And now to the fight versus Kaido. On the last stage, Kaido starts with 1.2 million HP. He attacks every turn for 6,200 damage. And if you face him on stage 2, he has 590,000 HP at the start. Attacks every turn for 4,000 damage and locks your chain to 1.3 for 8 turns. And on the last stage, he starts with 590,000 HP, gives you battle matching orbs every turn and removes any damage reducing buffs. And once you kill him, he rises back to full HP, doubling his attack for 99 turns, and also puts up a damage nullification shield. So the idea is to bring a damage nullification remover or reducer with you. That's Blackbeard, and the rest of the units I just use them because of the highest boost. If you can't find any Snake Man, you can of course run a double TM Law team, should be also no problem. If you run into problems later on when it comes to damage, because Kaido is doubling his attack, you can bring a damage reducer with you. And as you can see, here are the most important units that reduce the damage nullification. Those are the TM Rare Recruit Hawkins, TM Jack, the Rare Recruit Perona, and of course the Raid Blackbeard V2. Now that's it for this video. If you have any questions, just write a comment. I'm leaving a link for the map planner. This is just, like I mentioned almost all the time, it should give you, this guide should give you a general idea what teams to build, what units to use, what kind of abilities the boss has. I can't make a guide for everyone, that's impossible, because I don't know what units you have, so I'm assuming, or I'm doing it with free-to-play units. Those are the ones that most people have access to and should be able to make teams with them. And even if I pull much or have many legends, I'm still using some of the teams shown here, for example. I would also, in this case, run the Sheepside team with TM Big Mom, because it's fairly simple and you don't, it gives you no headache. Now, like I said, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching again. I hope this guide helped you, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.